Hello Ashburton, I'm Nico, I'm the football director of the club and I've designed the Ashy Way. And I'm very pleased and honored to present that document to you today. So we're gonna always use that kind of quote from Warren Buffett, someone sitting in the shade today because someone planted the tree a long time ago. It summarizes everything that we want to say about the Ashy Way. It's like we're planting a seed for the tree to get higher in the future, for our child to benefit from what we're gonna do today and have a good club in the future. So the first part is really explaining to you what is the Ashy Way. The Ashy Way, it's what makes us unique first, and I was like an archaeologist as well. So that means I didn't create it. I was digging out, trying to find, okay, what people likes, what they stand for, and what in the future they will maybe want to do. And the other idea around this, it's an acknowledgement of the past. We have to respect what people have done in the past. Learning of the present and then vision for the future. It's us. It's not me. It's not you. It's not him or her. It's really something that we have to go through together. And it's both. I would say it's both a philosophy, but also a culture. We have to start with the club mission. The club mission is to take the person first, and then the footballer second. From the very first game to the very last game. So you can start playing soccer at Ashburton. You are 3 years old, little boy or little girls, and you can finish, being a master at 55, 60 for some of them. So that's really the spirit of the club, is being with you all your life. And we are also here for players of all abilities. That means kids that have never played before, kids who wants to play National Premier League, kids who wants to play high level in seniors. So we're gonna try as a club to match all those expectations. So let's start with the first point. Like we said person first and footballer second. So person first. We have to remember that as a club, especially as a grassroots football club, we are not going to develop the next Socceroos every year or next Maltila every year. 99% of our players are going to become men and women with normal jobs, and that's what we have to do. That's our responsibility. It's not the footballer that we're going to create, it's the men and women that we're going to create in the future. And like you can see on the slide, there are a couple of different points that are very important to the person first that is in the Ashy Way. It's first is social and emotional intelligence. It's basically what you need to do with and for one another. You have to keep it real. We have a say that says no rubbish, no nonsense. We talk about real outcomes and we do things with real people. And I always say no marketing trickeries like most of organization could use. Now we're keeping things real. It's very, very important that we stay our 2 feet on half, and then we do things with a lot of common sense. We are also using football to develop high performers in life with the families. And with the families, for me, is a very, very important point, because the parents are going to be the most important members or people in the Ashy Way, and you'll see it in the other parts as well. We're taking responsibility for health and well-being, because that's why we exist from the beginning. When sports was invented, it was to get fit and to stay healthy. And it's important that we give this to our generation nowadays. And as well, and especially in those moments, respect, care, compassion, and you will see the impact that it has on how we work. The second point is the footballer. The footballer, it's a very big topic. I could spend 20 minutes with you just talking about the footballer, but let's go through just the very, very important point. What we want to do with the footballers is thinking, right, every kids or every senior player is a different person. So they have different needs, different expectations, and they learn differently as well. The first point we start is in our football, we win with grace and we lose with dignity. It's self-explanatory, doesn't need too much explanation. But just think about it, win with grace, lose with dignity, and you can find answers to a lot of your problems. Then we think long-term development, not short-term winning. It is the normal debate between should we do long-term, should we do short-term. It's no extreme, it's something a little bit more balanced. And then we talk about game intelligence. That's the kind of football we want to teach. So it's game-based learning. It is playing good football, and I will explain this later. Age-appropriate, fun-oriented, player-centric, and another important part is in-game fitness. So because we're playing football, we don't want the kids to run laps around the pitch. And no, we want to play football. So it's very, very important for us. In this Hashi way, and in the next videos that we're going to do, you will see three other parts. The second part will be about the fundamentals, and it's probably one of the most important part in this Hashi way. Then we're going to talk about the mantras. They are more the behaviors that we expect our members at every level to kind of have. And then we're going to talk about the vision, how we imagine the future of a player, of a coach with our community, for example. And if you have a look at the slide, and if you hear a little bit when I'm saying the Hashi way, it looks a little bit more like the Milky Way as well. And in that sense, I want to show you that the Hashi way it's what surrounds us. Like we can't go out of it. It's part of you now. Once you've seen this video, once you're part of the club, the Hashi way is part of you. So you can't get out. So you're like in the Milky Way, like all those planets. And that's very important that you feel that you belong to something. And where the Hashi way sits exactly in the hierarchy of priorities, or even the hierarchy of documents, it sits at the top. It's the why we do things, and then we'll have all the different documents below that. So the football methodology, the processes, the strategy, and that kind of thing. So it's very important that the Hashi way stays central at the top of the pyramid, because it's what helps us take decisions.